One day, your parents picked you up for the last time, and neither of you knew it. No goodbye, no final announcement, just an ordinary day that quietly became a memory. Author William Irvine explores this through a Stoic practice called last time meditation. He suggests that periodically reflecting on the eventual finality of every mundane action reorients our perspective on mortality. This philosophical concept mirrors the viral Last Time poem often shared by caregivers. It reframes grueling parental routines, the late-night feedings, the messy baths, the heavy lifting, as finite, dwindling opportunities, rather than a never-ending cycle. Acknowledging these unnoticed lasts anchors the daily work of parenting. It turns the exhaustion of the routine into a conscious recognition of its limited duration. This timeline represents a clinical concept called normative ambiguous loss. Parenting involves mourning previous developmental stages, missing the toddler who needed to be carried, even while occupied with the adolescent sitting right in front of us. But this quiet nostalgia is a precursor to a much larger challenge. If we struggle to navigate the loss of a developmental phase, how do we guide a child through the absolute finality of a physical death? Validating our own constant, quiet grief as parents provides the emotional foundation needed to support a child's encounter with loss. While adult grief is often verbal and internal, children express their emotions through behavior and physical symptoms. They manage intense grief through a pattern called puddle jumping. A child may experience a brief, intense wave of sorrow and then immediately return to joyful play to regulate their nervous system. Parents often misinterpret this sudden playfulness or the accompanying bursts of anger as a sign that the child is unaffected. Behavior is the primary language of childhood grief. When we fail to recognize this, we risk punishing a child for the very actions they are using to survive a loss. A child's ability to understand a permanent ending is limited by their cognitive development. Between birth and age 3, children don't understand death, they only understand absence, which shows up as disrupted sleep or clinginess. Between ages 3 and 5, children enter a phase of magical thinking. They view death as temporary, like sleeping, and may carry an egocentric guilt that their own thoughts caused the person to go away. Around age 6, children begin to realize death is permanent and universal. This shift turns them into concrete thinkers who ask factual questions about the body and worry about their own physical safety. By age 10, preteens grasp the full existential weight of death. At this stage, they often mask their emotions or isolate themselves to protect the adults around them from feeling more pain. Because children process loss through these specific cognitive lenses, we cannot expect them to respond with the verbal depth of an adult. Facing a child's grief requires the same honesty we apply to our own last time meditations. We cannot shield them from the truth without creating more confusion. Concrete thinking children often take language literally. Euphemisms like passed away or went to sleep can induce severe anxiety about travel or bedtime. Clinical guidance suggests using direct biological language. Their body stopped working, they died, and they cannot come back. Choosing clear facts over comfortable euphemisms protects a child from the anxiety of the unknown. Supporting a grieving child means naming their behavior rather than trying to fix it. If a child regresses or lashes out, we can validate the underlying emotion without punishing the reaction. Predictability provides the stability a child's nervous system needs. Maintaining consistent routines, like mealtimes and bedtimes, offers a sense of safety when their world feels unpredictable. Creating daily rituals, like a memory box or lighting a candle, allows a child to process the finality of the loss while maintaining a connection to the person they loved. We cannot stop the unnoticed lasts from happening, nor can we prevent our children from eventually facing the pain of mortality. But by being honest about the transitions we face every day, we build the muscle to face the permanent ones. When we tell a child the truth, we establish a shared reality, and that trust is what allows them to move forward.